Chapter 40. We continue as we see the old man and Hitomi enter the Love Hotel. Momo sees them enter the hotel and says that she can't believe this. Isn't this a crime? Now we see the manager telling Momo to wait. He tells her that she's a celebrity and an underage high school girl. She shouldn't get involved in bad things like love hotels and prostitution. He continues and tells her that these things have been getting more and more popular recently. Momo replies and tells him that she knows. That's why she's looking for him. As she says this, she comes to where the MC and Tenjiku are. The him she was mentioning was the MC. She screams and tries to call him by calling him a virgin, but she realizes she's in public and calls him Jimmy Sensei. As Momo calls him the MC, Tenjiku and Nagisa all turn towards her. Seeing this surprises Momo. Momo looks pissed as she sees Nagisa and asks her why is she here. Nagisa replies and tells her that she's the one who should be saying that, and asks Momo why is she here. Hearing this reminds Momo of the actual reason she's there. She panics and tells the MC that he should hurry up and come to the Love Hotel with her. It's the building nearby that looks like a castle. Hearing this from her makes him push her away. The people around them recognize Momo. She realizes how bad what she said sounds and tells him that she didn't mean anything weird. Momo continues and tells him that she came across a crime scene earlier. When she called the school, the teacher said that he happens to be nearby, so she came looking for him. Hearing the word crime worries Tenjiku. With worry, she says it can't be one of my students again. Suddenly Momo gets in a rush and says that she doesn't know who it was, but someone in their school's uniform was walking into a love hotel with an old man. That's definitely a bad thing. She tells them that she's heard that love hotels are very strict when it comes to that kind of thing these days. The manager interrupts her and tells her that now that she's told the teachers about it, they should go home. As the manager says this, Momo tells them that she's sure that the girl who she saw had long hair and was carrying a luxury brand bag. Hearing this makes Nagisa realize that this is Hitomi. She suddenly turns around and starts running towards the hotel. As she runs away, Momo gets confused and asks the teacher if the girl in question is Nagisa's friend. Tenjiku replies and says, maybe. Hearing this makes Momo run behind Nagisa as the manager tries to stop her. Tenjiku gets worried and asks the MC what should they do, but as she tries to ask him, she sees that he's already gone. As Momo is chasing Nagisa, she sees that Nagisa is already far ahead. She says, as expected from someone from a specialized sports class. The MC asks Momo, what does she mean by this, while he's right behind her. Seeing him behind her scares Momo. She tells him that once Nagisa sees someone as an enemy, her strong temper gets triggered, especially if it's towards men. She might beat the geezer to a pulp. Hearing this reminds him of the time when Nagisa kicked the MC. As he recalls this, he says, I am aware. Momo starts worrying as she says that if there's violence, the reputation of Suezono will fall. It was the only famous school Momo could get into, even if she was dumb. As they are talking about this, we see the manager has caught up to them and tells Momo that she can't do this. Now we see the MC thanking her as he tells him that as the manager said, this is no place for a child. If anyone sees her, her reputation could be tarnished. Anything beyond this point is the teacher's job. As he says this to her, he tells the manager to take care of Momo. Seeing him being so considerate of her makes her blush and question, why is he acting so cool? She gets annoyed as she says, you usually act like such a virgin. Momo's never been in a love hotel herself, let alone that virgin of a teacher. Suddenly she turns to the manager and asks him to confirm that she's right here. The manager gets shocked and says that he wouldn't know. Now, we see Tenjiku looking all worried as she says that she was late and got separated from the others, and wonders if this is the right hotel. She asks herself, maybe Jimmy-sensei's already here? Would it make sense for me to go in there after taking this? She's looking at her phone and thinks that maybe there's something she can do if she waits. She thinks about calling the police. Her face turns pale as she worries and says, but what if Momo got it all wrong? In fact, there's also that possibility of Nagisa losing her temper and causing a major incident. How am I going to make up an excuse now? As she thinks about this, she remembers the MC telling her that he doesn't want to work with someone who unnecessarily drags others down. If she's going to cause him any more trouble, she should just quit. As she remembers these words, she starts crying and wonders if she should just quit. Suddenly, we see the manager see Tenjiku and screams at her. He comes close to her and looks surprised as he says, you're the teacher, right? You were just with Momo. Tenjiku sees him and notices that he's Momo's manager. He tells her that he was standing by the car waiting with Momo. Momo told him that her homeroom teacher stopped her from following him, but she said she wouldn't leave until things were resolved. The manager tells Tenjiku that he'll wait in the car with her if she wants. It's not safe for a woman to be alone. Or would she like it if he waited here with her? As he's saying this, she looks out of it, so he calls her by saying, "Sensei?" Hearing this makes her a little sad, as she says, "Yes, I'm a teacher, but I'm a teacher who can't do anything." It's pathetic, isn't it? To be honest, I don't really have any success stories in my life. Even though I've seen some amazing people, all I could do is admire them. I don't understand how they do it. My ideals are getting higher and higher, but I'm not reaching them at all. My coworkers would be pissed. So I'm thinking of quitting. The manager nonchalantly tells, "If you want to quit, then just quit." He continues and tells her that he thinks there are many reasons why people work. To keep living, there's no other choice but to just do it. On the other hand, there are many people who would want to quit, but couldn't. He thinks that Tenjiku is lucky to have the option to quit. He tells her that the reason why he's a manager now is because he originally started as a part-timer. It's a tough job, and there are a lot of unpleasant experiences that come along with it, but he believes that he's the only one who can take care of Momo. It feels pretty rewarding for him now, and when he does get sick of it, then he'll just quit. He suddenly calls Tenjiku and asks her why did she become a teacher. Hearing this question reminds her of her past. She remembers when she was in high school. She tells her sensei that she'll stop taking entrance exams. The sensei asks her, "Why? When you're as good as you are? I'm sure there are lots of other ways." Tenjiku interrupts and tells him that they don't have any money. She tells him that she's been going back and forth between orphanages. She only got admitted to this school because she got a letter of recommendation. It's not like she has anything in mind for her future. It's best to work right after she graduates. As she's saying this, her sensei asks her if she wants to quit. He tells her, "If you want to quit, you can. Of course, that's just an option. If you know what you truly want, then you won't regret any of your choices. So please don't lie to yourself." As he says this, he asks her, "Does Tenjiku-san want to quit?" As Tenjiku recalls this memory, she clenches her fist and says, "I don't want to quit." And this is how this chapter ends. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you,